I wish there was a vaccine so that we didn't have to feel pain in life. And unfortunately, there's always going to be joy and pain intermixed into life. And it's really what I try to do is to make the best of both.
Before my son died by suicide, I believed the myth that suicide is a brazen act taken by a crazy person. When I was told that Jimmy had died by suicide, I was completely overwhelmed by that word. Suicide, what does it mean? And how could this have happened to my son? It was so incomprehensible to me. I went over every minute detail of things he said and did, and of things I said and could have said differently. Jimmy, our youngest of 3 children, was easygoing. He was energetic. He made friends easily. He was a born athlete. We lavished him with love and attention. He could put you at ease with his wonderful sense of humor and with his commanding good looks and infectious laughter. He seemed to have had it all.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jimmy. Happy birthday to you. God bless you and keep you. Happy birthday to you.
And I would rather have had him in my life for 22 years than never to have known him.
Rampart High School, how y'all doing? All right, thank you. I needed that. Need that boost of energy. All right, man. I know all of y'all wondering, who is this Nick Cannon wannabe, and why is he so excited to come and speak to you? In September of 2007, I tried to take my own life by jumping out of a 9-story bedroom window. And so obviously survived and started to use this story in a way that would open eyes to this issue. I started to first feel my depression in 7th grade. And in 7th grade, I didn't know as a guy you could go talk to the school therapist or you could talk openly about your feelings. Because as guys, we hold everything in. We're only worried about girls and sports. That's it. And we can never talk about our feelings. And, as a young adult, it was hard for me as a guy to say, I can talk about my feelings. When honestly, I didn't know that 1, it helps you. And 2, guys, I'm gonna give you a hint, man. Talking about your feelings is kind of attractive to girls. I still have depression, but I'm able to cope with it better. And, I feel better than I did yesterday. I feel better than I did last week. And depression isn't something I'm going to be able to beat, but it's something that I can feel comfortable with. It's not about the problem or how big the problem is. It's how you interpret it and how you cope with it. The chances are you are going to have a rainy day, but hopefully you can find that umbrella that is right for you and you're open enough to talk about it.
I think it's important that each person find out what are the things that they feel nurture their soul, that help them alleviate the stress that they're going through. And it might be talking to a friend, or writing in a journal, or listening to music. It just depends on each person.
I have to get into college. I have to keep my grades up, and I also have to do well in sports. So my parents expect a lot out of me, and it's a lot of pressure.
Boys handle emotions a lot differently than girls, because I know me and my friends, we will talk for hours and hours about how we feel and what's making us upset, but then boys will internalize this feeling more and they won't talk, and they think it's too girly to talk about things or to express their feelings.
You can get help, and there is ways to cope with things, and you don't have to deal with everything on your own, and you're not the only one feeling depressed.
If we're going through a rough time, I'd love for it to be really natural and welcome, that people would go ahead and get the support that they deserve.
Seeing a real mother speaking in front of us, going through the, very, very emotional, almost crying, it sort of presents a mental picture in my head of what if my mother was standing up there talking about me.
Statistics were showing that young men had such a high incidence of depression, and people just didn't talk about it. So I just wanted to stop that.